after that fixing, we can actually get to what I wanted to do. This is the Sibylla, a droning machine. It has a bass frequency. It actually has like a sub frequency that we can turn in. There it is. 1 octave below. And it has these rising and falling harmonics that are actually like hard panned left and right, and the volume gets faded in and out by an internal LFO that where the left one is exactly at half the speed of the right one. So if I turn that up, you can hear the harmonics move faster. And we can change them. We have rising in the left. And falling in the right. Also white noise that comes in every single time that the harmonics are at a certain point. You would understand it more if I said it all in German. I doubt you would. And we can we have some internal modulation. We can use to shape the sound even more. And this thing gets really crazy when you just use self-modulation. Like we can output the LFO and use it to modulate the harmonics. Stuff like this. And we can even put the boost the LFOs into audio level. Which is fun. Also, there's like a grain out that I like to use. Oh, but not that quickly. Like, this is already a very, like, unnerving sounding drone. Now we can just add... can just add reverb to that. Like, this was the simplest thing to do, and it already sounds fucking amazing. This is a 2-module patch right now. Yeah, I love the Sibylla. It become one of my favorite modules very, very, very quickly. And I will use it, but I will use it in a different way. I just wanted to show it off a little bit, because it's a module that I don't see a lot of people talk about online. Again, I found it by complete accident. It was the only module since I started. Well, not... I like to do unnerving stuff, yeah. Like dark ambient and also horror atmosphere. That's the genres that I feel most comfortable in. What was I about to say? All right, the first modules that I bought from Thomann. But after I got a little bit more into the scene, I basically bought every single module, and as well as my case, from Schneidersladen in Berlin, which is a great store. It's legitimately an amazing. They have also amazing support, great people all around. But this one they didn't have. So this is the only module that I had to order from elsewhere, and I ordered it with the company itself. They're from Italy, so it wasn't a big deal, thankfully. But yeah. I love this module so much. Yeah, we do need to go to Schneidersladen and to the new Synth Museum, which is also part of Schneidersladen. But yeah, there's a synth museum like a dedicated synth museum in Berlin now. Speaking of the little mobile case, by the way, this is it. Isn't this cute? It's 42 HP, which is not a lot. But my idea is that I can just take this, put it in my backpack, and have like my phone to record audio and video, a tripod, and actually this runs on a mobile power supply, like a power bank. So, and it works well. It really works well. I used it for, I don't know, like 30 minutes recently, and it used 4% of the power bank, which is way less than I expected. It's not half point. But yeah, let's get into the patch. I do have a vague idea, as I said. I've been hearing a lot of like winter synth recently, which is characterized by like somewhat phasey, very high, very misty, kind of reverby sounds, very slow. We'll see what we can do. For that, I want to use the R bar as our main like focal point. I almost said melody, and maybe it will become a melody. We'll see. I have no idea what I will yet record into the R bar, but I know that it will come from the After Later Audio Beehive, my Platz clone. So let's put that in here. Have the reverb on completely dry, and this on completely dry. What am I even on? Oh. I mean, we can overdrive this a bit. We could also maybe do this. Let's go through a few of the algorithms. No trivia. I actually deactivated trivia, just like last synth stream. I feel it's too disrupting for a stream like this. It will be back next time, and you will just get the points for this one. Let's see. I want something pretty mellow already. Actually, let me go into a filter. Actually, let me go into my nice filter. Well, the nicer of the two I have. The next module I buy needs to be a filter. Because I only really have two. Like classic low pass filters. I mean, I guess I have a filter section in the Mavis, I have a filter section in the Benjalin. But I do have the Mr. Filter from Create, which is fine. But it's pretty big and not that great for it. And I have an SED from Rides in the Storm, which is what I like to use. Like, it has an overdrive and nice resonance. Yes, but I want something kind of mellow. That's the wavetable. That's kind of cool. Oh, I can do that. I had it a bit too quiet, I'm sorry. Also, internal envelope, maybe? Wait, no, that's a stupid idea because that would just move through the wavetable. Wow. And I don't want it moving through the wavetable. You can give it a little bit of an overdrive in the R bar. And I can crank up the resonance for the later part of the recording. Because it gives us like a jump to an actual harmonic, which is kind of cool. Okay, let's capture. Let's see. We can put these away now. Okay, I already like this. But I'll definitely have it like internally triggered. Because I only want to have it jump up sometimes. Not sure what I'll want to trigger it from though. And by now I'll just take the gliss so I can trigger it when I need it. Doesn't work. Because I used the wrong output. Huh. Oh, I'm an idiot. That's an output. Whoops. There we go. One of my favorite things recently has been to use the after later audio steps. A hole is a hole. Wrong. Very, very wrong. Is use the after later audio steps as a base for my Bart quartet. It's pretty much just a shift register, but it works really nicely. So I have no idea yet what I want to put in here. When it comes to notes, let's say like something minor. Maybe like harmonic minor? Harmonic D minor? And we can use... That cable's too short. What was I thinking? We can use the pulse outs to actually trigger the ARPAR. Another clock. If we put some reverb in. I already like that a lot. I really like that already. Okay, but I need to do some tuning. The boring parts. That I haven't done yet. That I always forget. Let's see, I do find the Sibylla kind of hard to tune sometimes. Because of all the oscillators going on. It helps when you have the, what's it called? When you have the sub all the way up. Also, it doesn't have a fine tune. That sounds good. I also probably want to use the Mavis. That's actually pretty close already. Which also doesn't have a fine tune, by the way. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, it's. I was about to ask what the fuck gets modulated here. It's the pulse width of the Mavis. Yeah. Okay. We will see what we will do with those in just a second. Why don't things have fine tuners? I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a battle about space in the modular world. That's a sad truth. But I mean, the Mavis definitely could have a fine tuner. It's stupid big. Well, not stupid big, but it is pretty big. Some things just don't get the amount of like details they deserve. A lot of modules don't have like elongated screw holes, which is really annoying. Because you need to have some wiggle room when you install them. And it's annoying when you can't really fit a module in. Because it's just ever so slightly not in the right space. And if you could just move it a tiny bit to the side. Yeah, please, all module designers, please just put elongated holes on your modules. A lot of you do it, and a lot of you don't. Get the melody back. With a reverb. That's cool. That's already super cool. Okay, since I don't have a another stereo effects unit, I'll probably put the Sibylla through my After Later Audio Monsoon. But I'm not sure how much like actual granular processing I will do. Maybe I'll just use it for the reverb effect, which is what I have been doing in the small case that I just showed off a second ago. Holy shit, we're already... I mean, I guess I had to tweak a bit at the beginning. We're already 45 minutes into the stream. What the fuck? Like, I think I actually want to have the grain modulation. It's just such a cool thing to have on the... That's the quickest one. That's just with the reverb on it. With the monsoon reverb on it. Okay, I mean, I guess I can kind of hear the winter in it. It also sounds a lot like space. I definitely need this louder. Also, a neat little thing is putting VCA channels on an exponential curve instead of a linear one. Okay. I do have an idea for the Mavis as well. Oh, again, I already like it. It does sound very gloomy, which is what usually happens with everything I do. Now, we put it in here actually, so I have a little bit of volume control. The little Pico DSP unit has a Leslie speaker effect in it that I've never used. And I kind of want to do that with the Mavis. Let's see how it turns out. That's very quiet. I have, for some of my modules, I have the manual put on my other monitor. Simply because I can't remember everything, especially algorithms. With like an algorithm heavy module. Like my multi-effects modules. Rotation speed is this one. Oh yeah, it does get quicker. And that's a high pass filter. With resonance. With like a fixed resonance. And now we put that into my Z-verb. I have not decided what algorithm though. I've never used the 70s tape into plate. Let's see what that goes. That's yellow, yellow, red. Yellow, yellow, red. Let's read up on that fact, shall we? A monotape echoes plate before the plate algorithm. Filters, filter. Ooh. That's really cool. And we can play with the fidelity knob a little bit. We can also give the Mavis some like internal modulation. Right, I don't even need... Why did I even do this? I don't need to put it through a separate filter. The Mavis has a filter. Which we can modulate internally. Yeah, the fidelity knob. I don't know what's so funny about that. There we go, that's kind of cool. I really like that. I'd probably have it lower. Like not all the way up here. So I want the Sibylla and the Mavis to create like a texture. The actually underlying drone. On top of which we can put the melody from the R bar. Although this in itself also sounds pretty rad already. It is, yeah. That's what I like about it. Like especially the little like granular things, like the little granular modulations in the harmonics of the Sibylla. That's a lot of fun. And then we can just put this melody over top. Which uses one of my favorite reverb algorithms from the effects aid. The black hole. Black cloud? It's called black cloud? Or is it called black hole? I think it's called black cloud. fantastic. It's just so eerie. We can put up the steps attenuator on after ladder audio steps, just so we can get some higher and some lower notes. Now I think I want to modulate the volume of the Mavis a bit. I'll just use math. That's a job for maths. I'll just use maths is such a weird thing to say. Well, it's one of the most popular Eurorack modules of all time, and it's just called maths. We get the sum out. So we can have like a wavering volume instead of it going completely off. That was a bit too much. Again, I didn't want it to die off the entire way. I think something that I want to modulate as well is the speed of my steps module. Because if I increase the speed, then we suddenly get more action from the R bar. So we first put the clock down a bit, actually. And then we can use... we also could use maths again. But I'm going to use... the instru oct with my attenuator, not attenuverter, it's an attenuator. Also from Rides in the Storm. Rides in the Storm, really, it's an underappreciated module company, in my opinion. I have, let me count. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 modules from Rides in the Storm. They're a German company, I think, set in Berlin. Most of their modules are not expensive at all. Like, there's some of the cheaper ones I have, but all of them are really great at what they do. A lot of them, especially the cheaper ones, are relatively simple. Like, they're mostly just analog modules, like my mixer, or here this quad attenuator, or the filter and the analog oscillator I have here. But they're all just really, really nice. And I like their aesthetic as well. I don't hear a lot of people talking about these, but they're legitimately great, especially if you're starting out. These are some high quality, usually very singular function modules. Highly recommended. All right, I can't just straight up modulate steps. I need to take a different way, which is that I need to use a different clock source to clock steps, like my dice. And then I can modulate the rate, clock rate of my dice. So I'm pretty sure this is roughly the speed we had at before. And now if I introduce like a little bit of the oct in here. Did I put it into rate? Yes. Yeah, we sometimes get like a little bit more burst of energy when we increase the clock speed and thus get more pulses and more note shifts to the R bar. I like that. We also get some phases where it's dying down more. Actually, let's use. We can. I was about to say when the oct goes into the negatives, we obviously decrease the rate, which is not what I want to do. So we can rectify this, pun intended, by using the rectifier of the oct, just like this. I can never remember which rectifier is which. I want a nice slow one. Oh, now I put the spray of the R bar on max, and then we get this like what we recorded in the end as well, where we had those like resonance harmonies pushed in. That one, like you hear it break up a bit. Oh, I like that. Ooh. That's a nice drone. That's a really nice drone. Let me put some more modulation in. Just because obviously you need some modulation. Like, we're not done here. This is already a really good. I'm really happy with this patch. Oh my god. I'm so happy when it comes together like that. Sure. Oh, you're cute. Or actually, yeah, we use that for something else. What can we use that for? We can have the backdrop, which is the white noise of the Sibylla fade in and out. Right? Yeah, there we sometimes hear it. Just a nice little effect a nice little underlying effect. But we use maths. One of the scariest sentences. To change the rotation speed of the Leslie speaker, which we have here. You know, this one, the wow, 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 wow. You can change the speed. But why do it by hand when we can have an envelope do it? Already fun, but that's not what I wanted. And we can have something modulate this as well. Just so it doesn't get too stale. The secret to a drone is that you always want to keep it moving at several different in several different places and with several different values that don't repeat, so you keep it interesting. So now we're modulating the rotation of the Leslie speaker, we're modulating the pulse width, we're modulating the filter, and we're modulating the actual like volume of how much of the drone you hear. And all of those are clocked differently. All of the modulation comes from different sources, so it's never repeating. I mean, at some point it might repeat, but nowhere near soon enough that you will recognize this as a repetition. And since it's a background element anyway, that's mainly there to fill up space. It's nice to have it like, even if you only unconsciously recognize that, oh, it's just always kind of moving. I mean, this is not a patch, just like last time, I can actually play something in this patch. Like usually I have a patch set up that's fully modulated and I don't interfere at all when I record. Except for like sometimes turning a knob here or there. But here I can just actually, I don't know, like put this an octave up. When I feel like it adds something. Not sure I would with this, but... we could also maybe... like... again, the fidelity knob. I think that's a neat little effect, but I think that's actually best played by hand. If we put the Sibylla back in. And now with the Alvar on top. I like it when we get the breakups. That like filter resonance breaking up. It's that tiny bit of harshness that I like when it comes in. It is coming together quite nicely. I mean, I'm definitely finding more and more of a style. And again, I feel most comfortable now in what I call dark ambient. Dark ambient is a very vague and widespread term. They're very different. If you just Google like dark ambient and listen to like 5 different artists, you will probably hear 5 in parts very different pieces of music. But for me, dark ambient takes what ambient as a genre does, which is this very loose and not really rhythmically bound, slowly flowing and evolving music that is creating an atmosphere and adding like some uneasiness, unsettlingness, like something harsh that makes it just... you can listen to it and it's chill, but sometimes like a few hairs in your neck might pop off. That's what my definition is. And I mean, I also do a lot of horror atmospheres, which is definitely not chill at all, but it's something that I also really enjoy doing. But yeah, this is coming together really, really, really nicely. Now comes the question that you all, that every single person who does a patch has to ask themselves at a certain point while patching. Does this need anything more? Like, legitimately? Thank you for deleting that one. I was trying to as well, but I couldn't find it. Like, it's really easy to fall into the trap when patching of just adding and adding and adding and adding and adding and adding. I mean, you got all of these modules, why not use all of them? But usually that just makes a mess. Both when it comes to sound sources as well as modulation, actually. So the question is, does this actually just need anything more? It does have so many layers. I want to add some modulation still, though. I want to add some modulation to our main voice. I think I'll use the Gliss. One of my favorite modules as well, by the way, which is the reason it's the only module that I have 2 of. want to modulate the reverb a bit. Oh, that's not the right algorithm. Like, we can do a little bit of... Oh, the sample rate reduction. I've never used that, actually. Let me try that first, like, manually. Okay. Just moving the cable had that effect. I definitely have to be very careful with that if I add it. That's a lot. Okay, I'll play that one by hand. That's that's a lot of fun though. And also sure, let me just do a little bit of modulation on the scan. So we move through what I recorded into the R bar. Just a little bit of movement. There we go. And we're also modulating the tone. No, not the tone, the warp of the reverb a bit. Just like ever so slightly. So we get some movement in the reverb as well. Well, that was not supposed to happen. I don't know where that came from. Maybe I think I touched the sample rate reduction pad by accident. I'm really happy with this. I'm really, really happy with this. Actually, let me test something. Ooh. Performance mode now. I think I'm happy with this. Just as last time, I'm gonna mute my mic. And then we're just gonna have this play for a while. See what we created this evening. I think that was alright. Actually, it's more than alright. I really love that track. That was really, really good. Oh, that's awesome. Um, yeah, it's so much fun. It's so much fun. Thank you. I need to live patch it more. I really do enjoy it. I like to like open myself up to other people when I am in a creative process like this. Because again, I had a very vague idea of what I wanted to do, but nothing really. Like I didn't have anything pre-planned. And this time I was way more comfortable the entire time, even with a little like technical hiccup at the beginning. So yeah, this will not have been the last synth stream, obviously. There will be more. They will be very unregularly still. Unfortunately, I'm like 99% certain that I can't fit them into my regular schedule. Also, it's kind of a hard pivot from what I usually do. But yeah, I do want to do more. I do enjoy it. And the next one will be the Wednesday after we beat Scarmont. I said it before. After I beat Scarmont, I want to play Final Fantasy VIII on both stream days for at least a month, maybe longer. But before we move to that, after we're done with Scarmont, I want to do a synth stream on a Wednesday, and then we pivot to Final Fantasy on both stream days. Yes, this was a lot of fun. I'm finding my style more and more, I realize. And I think that's cool. Maybe next time we will do something completely different. Maybe next time we will do a horror atmosphere, which would also be really fun. Maybe next time we will do something with an actual beat, which is, believe it or not, something that I very, very rarely do. And I'm not really equipped for it. I don't have a lot of drum modules, but I have some. I mean, I had like I mainly use drums as an effect, but I had one with a very like wide variety of percussion on my Dreams EP, which you can listen to on streaming services and Ampwall and also on YouTube. The buttony one. I have no idea what you mean. But yeah, I think this will be it for tonight. Thank you so much for putting my YouTube channel in the chat. Highly appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it, and this will be on not the VOD channel, but it will be on the music channel as well, just like the first stream. And I hope that people will enjoy it there. This was like almost like on the dot. This stream was like 1.5 hours, which is I think a good length for a synth stream, like 60 to 90 minutes roughly. Yes. I hope you have a wonderful Easter, everyone. Don't let the rabbit steal your eggs. What? I hope you have wonderful, wonderful holidays. And there won't be a stream on Sunday, not because I have anything planned for Easter, but I just want to take like the weekend off, and Easter seems like a good enough reason to do it. So I will be back next Wednesday with more Scarmont, hopefully. Hope you're all staying safe and healthy, and hope to see you all soon. Have a good one.